questions.
Okay, we got a Hockeylaner, aka Kuroki. Congratulations on winning MDL. By the way, that was a fantastic play by you.
Yeah, it's
So we got
good to see him back in the winner seat again.
yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. Especially like I think probably getting replay analysis from us on his Smurf, like called Hockeylaner, is has definitely helped
Agre-
quite a bit in
Agreed.
Kuroki's play. As a safe laner, position 5, wondering what's the best way to deal with versing offlaners who can cut the lane or harass and challenge the pull camp, i.e., bristleback, undying, axe. So when it comes to creep cutting, basically there's a few options, and you just probably the most important thing in my experience with creep cutting that as a support you should get used to is picking a point where you're just done trying to contest the guy, because the longer and longer you contest somebody who's creep cutting, you're getting no experience and they're getting experience. So, like at the start, you'll be able to contest somebody and bully them, but eventually, even if they die, they'll be getting levels. They'll be like level 3, level 4, and then you can't contest them anymore because you're a level 1 hero contesting a level 3 or 4 hero. And remember, as a safe lane support, your entire goal is to provide your core with farm. And if somebody's creep cutting, then your core is very likely farming very comfortably under the tower. That's why creep cutting has kind of fallen off to some degree. That's why people would pick anti-mage against creep cutting. You'd think like anti-mage versus axe, that's in it. How is that a counter? But it's more so that anti-mage can literally solo that lane. Axe can just go creep cut, and anti-mage will essentially be creep cutting on his own, and then you have a free farm solo anti-mage, and then a support that can roam around and do stuff.
Yep.
So essentially, like, you need to like realize that your job and feel comfortable that your job is being done by that guy choosing to creep cut. And for a while you can contest them, but there hits a certain point where you need to not do that. And if you have kill heroes, like if you have some, Shadow Shaman or Bane or just any hero that's good at setting up a kill on these heroes, like you can kill them at level 1, maybe kill them until you feel like you need to leave, and then once you leave, go get some levels somewhere else, kill somewhere else, rotate with another support and kill that guy cutting the wave. Like, you need to play that as if it's kind of the solo lane. And then you'll have some guy free farming, you'll have a free kill anytime you go and rotate there with your other support. The issue arises when somebody's creep cutting and the support sits there and does nothing and then falls behind, and all of a sudden that guy's not a kill anymore because he has an advantage. You'd be surprised, like, dude, I've been playing ability draft lately, and this is once again another tangent. And I've gotten some like insane builds where I got sticky napalm and then overload, right? So I was able to sticky napalm and then overload hit somebody, sticky napalm, overload hit somebody. So I had permanent overload, and I fed because I got so far behind at the start that everybody was like 2 or 3 levels above me. They had these dumb skills, like some Bat Rider had Firefly plus the Wind Ranger like rapid fire ultimate, and then like 2 other abilities that made no sense. He was owning me because he had items, he had levels, and I didn't. So basically what I'm saying is, like, playing ability draft has made me realize how hard it is to play Dota when you are at a deficit of experience and gold, no matter what hero you are, no matter what skills you have. So you need to do your best to ensure that you're not allowing that guy's creep cutting to put you at that deficit when it's just not necessary. Because then you won't be able to go back and kill him. But if you can go and have a good game elsewhere, anti-mage or whoever's farming the safe lane has a good game, you come back and kill that guy, like, he's not an issue. In fact, he's feeding you free gold. But if you can't kill him because you're putting yourself behind because you're trying to deal with him for no reason, then that's a problem, because then he's unkillable, and you're the support, so you should be able to kill him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a very long answer to that relatively simple question.
Yeah.
Let's Dota, though.
I don't have a whole lot to add. It's something that we've talked about before. If you feel like you can't actually contribute anything, and don't kid yourself that you're contributing something by right-clicking a guy who's taking like 20% of his health and then still farming. That's not actually contesting him at all. Like, you have to actually threaten them with death. That's the only reason you should ever contest somebody. That's why somebody like Dazzle is pretty good at dealing with creep cutters, because you can force them to just take infinite poison stack. Or Undying is pretty good because you can make them take like way more damage than they would otherwise because they're at like 200 HP. They have no strength.
Yeah, like, you've actual kill potential on these heroes.
Other than that, you should just take it as a free invitation to become a roamer. Like, basically, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's hard for that enemy team to deal with 2 roaming supports. Like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that happens. Like, you should revel in that opportunity. So RFX asks, is roaming and ganking back